afternoon to all my wonderful viewers out there. Today, we've got to talk about a collection that's half released. It's a spring-summer collection, but only the spring side has released yet. The summer side has yet to be released. And what collection would that be? Well, that collection is the Rip and Dip Spring-Summer collection. So today, we're going to be talking about the spring part. Today, we're going to be talking about the Rip and Dip Spring collection. Now, obviously, from the video's upload date, we're talking about the Spring 2020 collection. Not to confuse anyone there, I hope nobody was confused about that, but we're talking about the 2021. I'm not going to pull out the archives of the 2010 Spring Rip and Dip collection. No, we're going to talk about the 2021, guys. Let's calm down, calm down. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned, yeah, we don't talk about Rip and Dip a lot. Rip and Dip deserves a little bit more love on the channel, and we don't give him enough love. We don't give him enough love on the channel. So I thought, with everything releasing, like I've literally got my little booklet here. I mean, it's just pages of just like everything that's releasing. There's so much releasing. I was like, can I even spare a minute talking about Rip and Dip? And I was like, look, there's going to be some people out there that are really disappointed in me if I don't talk about Rip and Dip, because one of my biggest videos is me talking about the Teddy Fresh Rip and Dip collaboration, the second collaboration, and heaps of people really like that. It might be because the Teddy Fresh side, it might be because the Rip and Dip side. Regardless, I would love to talk about Teddy Fresh and Rip and Dip when they do more collections. And if I say that, I can't skip over a big collection like their spring collection. Now, as I said, they've only done drop one of their spring summer 2020 collection. I don't know if that means that Rip and Dip are going to do multiple drops as part of the spring part and then do multiple drops as part of the summer part, or if this first drop is the spring part and then the second drop is going to be the summer part. I literally don't know. I wish I knew. I literally don't know, guys. I'm a little bit confused about it, but regardless, what we're going to cover today is drop one of the Spring 2020 collection. So I assume the spring part of the spring summer collection. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if Rip and Dip does like 3 drops for the spring part, then 3 drops for the summer part. If you're a huge Rip and Dip fan, let me know in that comment section below, because I am a little bit confused, but I want to talk about it anyway. I want to talk about what they've dropped so far and give you my thoughts and opinions on any of the pieces, and if I'd be interested in copying any of the pieces. So there is no articles that I could find about the actual collection itself. No one was willing to cover the collection. No one was really interested in it. So what I'm going to do, it's a very simple fix. I'm going to go to the Spring 20 Drop 1 store page, literally where you buy it. And I'm just going to talk about each and every single piece in it. I'm going to cover it, talk about which pieces I like, talk about which pieces I don't like, etc, etc. I think that's probably the best way to go about it, because there's no articles. There's nothing I can use to cover it. So we're just going to have to do that. Sorry, if I had an article for you guys with like every single piece on it, I'd do that, but I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. So without further ado, let's head over to the Rip and Dip store and have a look at their first drop of their Spring Summer 2020 collection. Okay, now normally I would go full screen so we can cut the top and the bottom of the screen out so you don't have to see all the crap that's everywhere. But because we're going from store page to store page, I'm gonna have to keep it all open. I'm sorry, guys. Normally I would cover it and just, you know, get rid of it all so you guys can focus more on what we're actually looking at. But in a way, we are looking at this whole collection on the store page, so we kind of do have to cover it from here. Now, also, can I just say, this video is going to be a long one, because look at all the pieces in it. I mean, I could really just do the highlights, couldn't I? I could just cover like what I think is interesting, or what like really pops out to me. Maybe that would be the better way to go about it, but yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just go over no, but I have to cover the whole collection. Okay, we'll cover the whole collection, because I can't just be like, let's cover the best bits, you know? We can't just do that to Rip and Dip. We have to talk about the whole collection. Let's go through it piece by piece. Now, this is what I was going to avoid doing for the Palace Spring Summer collection. Palace recently did their first week drop of their spring summer collection. Luckily, Hypebeast has covered everything from the outwear, the hoodies, the accessories. I'm gonna do it in parts for the Palace drop, but for Rip and Dip, no one's showing Rip and Dip any love, so we've got to show Rip and Dip a bit of love and go over the famous skate brands pieces for their spring 2020 collection. Now, let's get into it. Let's start off with the coaches jackets. Now, the coaches jackets go down to the Nurmhog one here. So, oh no, they got some quarter zips. God damn it. I was kind of hoping that they would have it like all the coach jackets here, and then we could cover the coach jackets, then move on to like the long sleeves. But it doesn't look like that's the case. We're just gonna have to do piece by piece, guys. So let's let's open up the Hold Me hooded coach's jacket in the navy colorway. Now, all sizes still available. 185 Australian dollars. It's got a nice graphic on the front. I gotta say, with the landscape down the bottom and the sun, the sky at the top, it's got a nice graphic on the front. What's kind of funky though? I mean, it's classic Rip and Dip. Is the cat on the back holding a baby. That's a little bit whack. That's a little bit weird. That's a little bit funky, but it's very Rip and Dip. It's very a skating brand to do something wacky like this. And because Rip and Dip is focused around Nerm, you know, the little cat that's always giving you the finger, it just works very well having a cat in the graphic somewhere in here. And that's going to be the case for every single graphic in this collection, by the way, guys. It's just going to fit, like, it's going to feature cats, it's going to feature Nerm, it's going to feature all of them. So get ready for that. Okay, so what do I think of the first piece for the spring collection? I could see some people wearing this. Like, when it looks like, look at the two images here, it not on person. It looks kind of funky, not gonna lie. But then you chuck it on a model, you chuck it on someone wearing it, and it's not too bad. It's not the worst piece in the world. It's just not for me though. The cat graphic at the back, it's a little bit too wacky for me. I can't see myself wearing something like this. So I think I might have to leave this one out. I might have to leave this one out from the collection. We'll move on to the next one though and see what's in it. So this one is the Golasso packable anorak jacket. So this one's packable. It turns into, by the looks of it, into a bag, or packs into a bag. Crazy concept, but it means that you can wear it at all times and you don't have to do the classic tying it around your waist. You can literally pack it into a side bag and wear it as the side bag. How crazy is that? Rip and Dip thinking ahead here, I'm telling you. Now, what do I think of the actual graphic? It's cool. It looks like a very street art styled graphic. You know, it's got graffiti everywhere. It's got little graphics on it, little Nerms chilling. You can, I don't know if you can see them there. They're chilling in the actual graphic. Or here's some zoom ups of it. It's got Rip and Dip stylized in different fonts. It's got Nerm taking a dump. Like, it's classic Rip and Dip. I like that it packs away into a little bag, a little, you know, chest bag. That's a sick idea. That's something that you can definitely wear. Moving on, I better say something about it. Personally, it's a little bit too crazy. It's got a lot going on. It's not something that I would wear, and the overall style is something I wouldn't wear. I'm not a huge like anorak guy. I'm not a huge coach jacket guy. They have to be pretty minimal for me to wear that kind of stuff. I've expressed it on the channel a lot. I'm more of a varsity jacket. I'm more of a bomber jacket. I'm more of that type of vibe. This though, I'm not feeling this as much. Maybe you guys really love it. Maybe you love the like graffiti style graphics, the different fonts of Rip and Dip on it. Let me know in the comment section below if that's the case, but not really feeling this one as much. Now, let's move on to the DNA brushed fleece 3/4 zip sweater, dark slate color. Available in all sizes still. Rip and Dip on the front on top of the grey fleece. On the back, we have Nerm doing the little, you know, doing the middle finger. It's Nerm. He's gonna do it every time. Rip and Dip done in like this fast motion text. Kind of reminds me of the Supreme motion text, which is taken from Goodfellas, I want to say, off the top of my head. It's cool. It works very well with the graphic. I like that it surrounds the whole graphic. It's cool. The actual, you know, cartoonish gnome in the middle is kind of cool. We get a couple more photos of the graphic itself. Bam, look at that. It looks embroidered on the actual graphic there, which is kind of cool. You know, you love your embroidery. Embroidery is definitely my thing. But do you know what it is? Do you know why I'm not feeling this one? Fleece. It's literally fleece. I'm so hit or miss on fleece, man. I just like, okay, think of it this way. A hip, cool teenager to early 20-year-old could wear this, but also a 40, 50-year-old dad going to his kid's soccer game on the weekend could also wear this. That's why I'm not really feeling it. The target audience of fleece, it's just it just doesn't hit the spot that I want. I'm really not feeling it. I just can't do fleece. I'm sorry. If this graphic was on something like a bomber, a varsity, you know I'd be there. But fleece, man, I just can't do it. If you saw me wearing fleece, it would be like it would have to be an incredibly unique, one-of-a-kind piece, because fleece is just not for me. I mean, again, let me know if you disagree in the comment section below and you're like, dude, fleece is where it's at. But for me, fleece, nah. I'm gonna have to miss out on that one. That one's not for me. We'll move on from the DNA brushed fleece to the Ignite Sherpa jacket, $225, most expensive piece so far. Now, fleece is a hit or miss for me. Sherpa, another thing for me. I like a little bit of Sherpa. Give me a denim jacket with a Sherpa collar, Sherpa inside. That's a vibe. I feel that. That's definitely me. A whole Sherpa jacket though. I'm just again, hit or miss. I gotta give him props straight away. Looking at this rip and dip piece, I'm feeling the colors. The black's nice. The red quilt on the inside, very nice. I'm feeling it. Sherpa pocket, interesting choice, but still works very well. The graphic on the back, the flaming gnome, that's kind of the selling point for me. This is kind of this is drawing me in because of the graphic on the back. If this was literally a black Sherpa jacket, no graphic on the back, only this graphic on the front, it'd be a no from me. But because of this graphic on the front, I'm like, maybe. If this was on sale, hypothetically, if the XL wasn't selling, you know, it's going into Rip and Dip's fall winter collection, and this goes on sale, maybe I'd get an XL. Maybe I'd wear this because the graphics are doing it for me. I really like this graphic. I like the repeat of the graphic on the front. The use of color isn't off-putting because a lot of Sherpa jackets use like that brown, and that brown just looks like someone scooped up a pile of dirt and put it on top of your coat. Not feeling that color. The black though, you almost have me. I don't know what I would need to say this is a definite cop, but Rip and Dip almost has me on this one. If this graphic, front and back, was put on a varsity jacket and a bomber, I know I go on about it a lot, but I'm telling you, this leather jacket, varsity jacket, bomber jacket, any of those three, that graphic on the front and on the back, ooh, that would be an instant cop. I would instantly buy that. Because it's on a Sherpa jacket, yeah, see what I mean? It's an instant maybe. But you put it on those three options that I gave you before, bomber, varsity, or leather, ooh, I'm there. You have me sold, I'm there. I'm instantly there. Sherpa though, not feeling it as much. But regardless, we should stop talking about the Ignite Sherpa jacket, move on to the masterpiece coach jacket in a grey mineral wash. Let's have a look. Okay, so the actual cut of the jacket actually looks a lot more denim-y than coachy, if that's a thing. If that's a thing, that's how I feel about it. It does look a lot more denim-y, but I gotta say, I kind of vibe with it. Like this, okay, the way that the model's actually wearing it, just as a piece over the top of a shirt, I'm sort of feeling it, sort of not feeling it. If I was to wear this with like a hoodie or something, you know, just like a white hoodie, Maybe a black hoodie, but I feel like a white hoodie would work with like the white details on this cat on the back here. You wear this with a white hoodie, you wear this coach jacket over the top, you got a kit going, you got a nice color to pop on it. The jacket is a nice color. It's that, you know, as it's described here, gray mineral wash. It's interesting, it's unique. The graphic on the back I think is really, really cool. They've done a really good job on this graphic here. I feel this graphic a lot more than the landscape one that we first saw. I just wouldn't wear this piece by itself. It needs that little bit more for me, but I definitely feel this piece. This piece is actually really, really nice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 185 Australian dollars. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It's a nice piece. It's a nice piece. I don't want to say it's a definite cop because then you guys will expect me to buy it, but it's nice. You know, maybe I'll come back to this collection a little bit later if I'm looking for something to buy, but this is nice. I rate the Masterpiece Coach jacket. I mean, maybe you're not feeling it. Let me know if you feel that way in the comment section below. But that was a nice jacket. I gotta say, that one, I'm feeling that one. Now this one, the Prisma Military Jacket Multi, 205 Australian dollars. Let's have a look. So, straight off the bat, because of the mix matching pockets, not feeling this one as much. If this had a black pocket here, and then a navy pocket here and here, I'd be feeling this one a little bit more. I would be feeling this one a little bit more, but it's just the random use of camo print that I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Not feeling it. I mean, I get like because the camo print is on the inside that it's meant to match with the pocket on the outside, but it's just a little bit too far-fetched for me. I like the text on the back. The text is very retro in that retro font. It looks like neon in the way with the use of color, but yeah, I don't know. It's the pockets on the front, man. I'm telling you, you change those to different colors, I'm on board. I'm on board, but it's just a little bit too wacky for me. Some people might really vibe with this. They might really feel the different colored pockets, but it's just those pockets are a little bit too crazy for me, where it's just not for me. I do like the military jacket style cut though. The cuffed sleeves are really cool. Interesting that it's not cuffed at the bottom. It's kept as like really straight and square fitting in a way. That's really sick. I really like that. I would wear this over the top of like a hoodie and stuff, but yeah, it's just that color. It's that color on the mix matching pockets that's really just got me like, nah, I'm alright. You know, just not really feeling it. We'll move on though. This one's probably going to be left at a no, honestly. Okay, we're gonna have to go into something a little bit more crazier this time around. Now we've got the Ripple Brushed Fleece Half Zip Jacket. Let's dive into that one. So, yeah. Wow. Wow. That's colorful. That's colorful. Fleece, if this if these colors, if this overall style was done on a different material, I'd feel it a bit more. If it was just your traditional nylon coach jacket, I'd feel this more. But because it's fleece and it's this color, man, what would like, nah. It's the material. It's fleece. I'm sorry. I'm gonna straight out say it. Fleece. Nah. Can't do it to him. It's a little bit too wacky. It's just a little bit too weird for me, man. It's the fleece. I can't do it. I can't do fleece. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a no because of the materials. Move on to the next one. I actually like the graphic of this one. This one's a little bit crazy, a little bit funny. Obviously in time with the recent Sonic the Hedgehog film, but it's kind of crazy. So this one here, pretty basic on the front, not much going on. Spray painted middle finger on the left breast. You got a graphic down the side of the arm, which I assume is rip and dip. I assume that's what it says there. On the back, you got a Nermhog. If that's how, yeah, that's Nermhog. Rip and dip, middle finger as always. But I think where it really shines is on the inside. Look at that. I don't know if they're grabbing Sonic's first ever level, but I love that they're using that art style of like early Sonic video games and putting it on the inside of the jacket. That's a laugh. I like it. It's a good laugh. It's kind of disappointing that it isn't showcased in some way on the outside, but this graphic on the back is actually really saving the jacket. I think this is really hilarious. I like it. It's a skating brand. It's meant to be against the norm, you know. It's meant to be controversial in some way, and putting the middle finger up, you're gonna get all the Karens, all the 40-year-old Karen mums, short blonde hair, short cut to here, coming up to you in the street being like, wow, can you not wear this? This is really offensive. You know, this is doing exactly what a skating brand should do. Be controversial, say suck it to all the mums, all the dads, all the boomers. It's doing exactly what I want. This is why I love it. This is why I love this graphic. Even though it's just a simple middle finger up to all of y'all, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Nerm jacket, the Nerm Hog jacket, because it's simple. It's simple on the outside, and then you get hit with that on the back. It's a sick graphic. I love it. I love it. And it's actually very reasonably priced. 150 bucks for all this detail on the inside and on the back and on the front. I'm telling you, man, that's pretty reasonably priced. I like that one. This one I'm feeling. I didn't want to talk about these because I don't know, man, it's just not my vibe. Let's talk about the 3/4 zip long sleeve rugby tops. It's gonna be a quick one for me. It's just gonna be a straight no. The graphic on it, what does it say? Must be nice, must be nice. Reminds me of, like, you know, Bart Simpson constantly having to write that stuff on the opening intro of a Simpson episode. That's what it feels like to me, but this is just super whack. I couldn't see myself wearing this. The overall aesthetic of this, like, of a 3/4 zip long sleeve, it's like old man. I can't wear this. I'm too young. I'm too young to wear 3/4 zip long sleeve rugby tops and stuff now, man. Give me like 40 years when I'm sitting down having to deal with grandkids and stuff. Maybe I'd deal with this, but this aesthetic, I can't feel it. I can't feel it right now. It's just not me. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Let's move on to the Praise Polo Rugby though, 130 Australian dollars. They do convert to everyone's currency. So whatever your currency is, just go to the Rip and Dip website. I'll link in the description section below the store page for the Spring 2020 drop. But yeah, it converts to your own currencies. You're probably like, what the hell, it's 130 Australian dollars in USD. Don't worry, they convert automatically. They got you covered. Now, let's talk about this polo. It's got buttons on it. Not a huge button guy, especially this. Like, okay, remove all the graphics on this, just make it a black polo with a cream button. This seems like something you'd wear in high school. That's my overall vibe with rugby tops. They just look like something you'd wear in high school. They just look like something some, like, you know, private school kid would wear. It's just, I can't be seen wearing something like this. It's not for me. That's not to say I don't love the graphic. Like, that's a really funny little graphic. Nerm sitting on his own head. And then, you know, the embroidery detail, the print detail of Nerm. Fingers up at all the other Nerms praising to the old Lord Nerm. It's cool. But I don't like that it's done on a polo rugby shirt. I feel like I'm going to the Nerm private school. I can't deal with that. It's going to be a no from me, but I love the graphics. I got to say, I love the graphics. So, now we have some nylon soccer jerseys. Apparently, that's what they're labeling this as. It actually does look like a soccer jersey. I was going to say it looks like a button-up, but it has no buttons to button up. So a soccer jersey is a pretty damn good description of it. It's got Nerm coming out of some, like, nylon-looking leaves with Rip and Dip over the chest. A different graphic in the middle of Nerm taking a dump with all the Rip and Dip labels. Exactly what we saw on the second jacket here, the packable Anrak. We're seeing that same graphic here on the center. Soccer jersey, man, I can't wear that. For shirts, I'm a basic white tee guy, basic white tee, black tee, something like that. This is a little bit too crazy for me. I can imagine skaters wearing this though. I can imagine walking down the street, someone rides past on a board, I see them wearing this. I can see that happening. I can definitely see a skater wearing this, but for me, I wouldn't have a situation where I'd wear something like this, so I'd probably gonna miss out on that as well. We've now got the same graphic that we had on the first coach's jacket. It's now a hold me button up. Cool little graphic on the front. I do love the graphic on the front, but where it really doesn't sell me is the graphic on the back. I can't feel it, man. Like, it's so weird. Like, look at this. I mean, I do like the actual shirt. It's a bit of a laugh. You could wear that over the top of a white tee, you know, wear that kind of vibe. But yeah, I don't know. It's the cat holding the baby that's really wigging me out. Can't do it to myself. Don't think I'd be picking this one up. So I'm going to move past that one. Now, this one is very spring inside. The Daisy Days button-up multicolored. Boy, you were definitely right by saying multicolored. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. My God. Wow. Okay, so it's definitely spring themed. I like the graphical gnomes chilling. I like them chilling over here. But I don't know. Would I wear this? Probably not. I like how the model wears it, wearing black pants. But when would I wear this? At a festival? At a music festival, maybe? I could probably get away with it at a music festival, but I don't think I'd pay $115 for a shirt that I'd wear like a couple times a year at music festivals. I don't think that's really my vibe. So it's probably going to be a miss from me as well on that one. We'll move over to I think the Cheshire hoodie, navy. Let's have a look. Okay. We got some weird looking haunted gnome appearing here and there. Look at that. That looks demonic. That looks absolutely demonic. It looks like I would say maybe like a Picasso painting in a way, with all the colors and shapes and everything going everywhere. This is loud, but I feel like you could wear this under like a basic black leather jacket. Just wear it under something, because this is a loud piece, right? This is a talking piece, right? You would want to wear this under something that's basic. Just a black coach's jacket, a black leather jacket, a black varsity. You could wear this under some basic pieces and it would work. It would pop. It's not hideous. I love loud hoodies. Loud hoodies are definitely my thing. And not just loud in color, but loud in graphics as well. I would not wear this as the model is wearing it though, but just by itself. I definitely wear a like quiet, toned down outwear piece over the top of it. That would be my kind of thing. I kind of feel this hoodie. I don't know what the quality of a Rip and Dip hoodie's like. I don't own any Rip and Dip hoodies. So it'd be interesting to see what the quality's like. But for 150 Australian dollars, that's not too bad. It's the price I'd expect for a Rip and Dip piece. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling this one. I'd wear this, but I'm not a huge guy. I don't wear a lot of blue. So I'm kind of a bit hit or miss on it, but I do like the overall design. The overall design is very cool. I would just wear it, as I've been saying for the past couple minutes, with like a basic outwear piece over the top. Let's move on to the Daisy Days multi hoodie. This one I think is a highlight that encapsulates the idea that it's a spring collection. As you can see, everyone else that bought this hoodie definitely agrees. Look at this, one left in stock on the medium. I click on the large is in stock, but this is selling out. The bigger size and the smaller size is already gone, because I gotta say, this is a highlight piece. I would 100% buy this, man. Look at this. I know it's loud. I know you're probably thinking, Daniel, what the hell? How would you wear something like this? What is going on? Okay, well, let me say. Again, I'd wear it like the previous hoodie. I'd put a jacket over the top of it. I would put something to tone it down, because this is loud. You got a lot going on. You just got, look at it. Tell me that that's not loud. But in saying that, it's loud and it screams spring. It screams Rip and Dip. You got Nerm poking his tongue out, chilling on the hoodie. Everything. You got everything you need here. It's Nerm just being Nerm in spring. I love it. I wish I could have picked this piece up, but extra large is sold out. I'm an extra large lad. I need extra large. Unfortunate. You can definitely see why this is the most popular piece though. I definitely would get this piece. I definitely would get the Daisy Days hoodie multi in my size. Now, looks like we've got a couple other hoodies to go over. This is looking good. I love my hoodie. You know I love my hoodies. My hoodies are my favorite pieces to pick up. Let's have a look. So the Moonlight Bliss hoodie. Let's have a look. What's Nerm doing in this one? Now, crazy looking graphic on the back. It says Rip and Dip must. Is it Benny? I don't even know, man. I can barely read that. smoking a spliff. You can see the weed in the side there. The moon is coming out of it. He's got red dazed eyes. Come on. It's a skating brand. Of course he's going to be smoking a bit of weed, man. It's going to happen. It's a skating brand. They had to do a graphic like that. It's a very cool graphic. What does it say? Venice? Be nice. Oh, be nice. I'm actually an idiot. There's just not a big enough gap. So I thought it was one word. Okay. Rip and dip must be nice. There we go. I'm an idiot. Wow. Can't believe I didn't see that. Anyway. Okay. It's a cool graphic. I gotta say. The color that they chose to go with it though, this bone color. I feel like if they did this on white, it would have really sold it to me. Like, it really would have done it. I tell you what, if this hoodie was on sale for 75 Australian dollars, I'd cop it. I'd cop it. I'd buy that at 75 Australian dollars. But 150, because the color, if this was white, I would buy it for 150. But because it's bone, it's just not doing it for me at that bone color. But I love that graphic. Rip and dip must Benice. Be nice. It's sick. It's awesome. I love it. I'd pick it up if it was in the white, but you know, when the 50% sale hits, I'm coming back. It's a cool piece. It's a cool piece. Let's move on. Ooh, Jesus. Wow. Okay. It lights up as soon as I hover over it. Do you see that? Wow. Okay. Normal line camo reflective 3M black. Okay. Let's have a look. Wow. Okay. There's the two images. So it's got a NERM camo on it. Looks like it's taken influence from Bape, our favorite Japanese streetwear brand. It's got rip and dip up on the top of the chest there. When you take a photo with flash or when flash is applied to it, the NERM camo lights up. Genius. I love it. I wish Bape did something like this. That's crazy. It looks super steezy when it's not lit up. I love it. I absolutely love it. You could wear this piece because of the coloring. Heaps of crazier outwear pieces. You could wear like a red jacket, a really bright colored jacket. Because this piece is primarily black, you could easily wear this. I'm honestly shocked that not more of the sizes here have sold out. Like if I click on the other sizes, it doesn't tell me that it's low in stock. I honestly think that this is a very underrated piece from this spring collection. I think more people should definitely get around it. I mean, it is $20 more than the other hoodies, but with the amount of 3M on it, with all the detailing and stuff, I think it's almost worth it, man. I think this is a very, very cool piece. Might have to consider picking it up, but as you know, if you watch my previous video, scrap the cash because I spent it all on vintage clothing. So I might have to wait for this one, but this is probably one of my favorite pieces from this collection. This is a steezy collection. I like it. I would consider picking this piece up. Okay, interesting. We are now moving on to the Color Block logo hoodie, 160 Australian dollars. This one kind of reminds me a bit too much of the Teddy Fresh collab. I know it doesn't have the Teddy Fresh colors, but the color blocking, the fact that it's rip and dip, they've kind of locked themselves in now where if they do color blocking hoodies like this, it just reminds me of their collabs with Teddy Fresh. Kind of just makes me want the Teddy Fresh Rip and Dip Volume 3. Kind of want that. Where's that? Come on, 2020. If you're watching H3, I mean, I doubt that you are, but if you're watching Ila, if you're watching Ethan, I want to see version 3. Of course, I'll talk about it on the channel, but this hoodie reminds me of it. Removing the whole idea that, Teddy Fresh collaborates with Rip and Dip, it's a very nice piece. The colors are really warm. They've gone with this really, I mean, it works for spring. They've gone with these really warm colors. Nothing is dark on the hoodie. You've got warm, like this lavender purple, this very light navy blue, this mint green down the arm, the use of all the colors on the Rip and Dip text that pops out on the chest. You can see that it's printed in, it's not, what is it? Does it say what it is? Yeah, 3D rubber, that's what it is, 3D rubber. It's rubber that comes out of the actual piece, so you'll be able to feel it if you run your fingers across it. It's very cool. I like it. I would pick something like this up. This is a very nice piece. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of those color blocking hoodies because I've got the Guess J Balvin hoodie from his collaboration with Guess. I'm a big fan of color blocking hoodies. They're just super easy to wear, man. Regardless of the colors, they're super easy to wear. This is a nice hoodie. I'd consider picking this one up as well. Moving on to the Nerm and Germ tree colored camo hoodie. This one's going to be a wild one. Okay. Wow. It's got a lot going on. You can see Nerm hiding in between the trees here. There's, is that his name? Germ is the black one. So Nerm is the white one, Germ is the black one. Okay, they got different names for different colored rip and dip cats. This one's riding the tree there. Cool, 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 cool. It's a little bit too crazy for me, but you could definitely wear this because of the black cuffs, the black, you know, sleeve cuffs, the black hip cuff, the black text, the black drawstrings, because of all the black detailing. I wore this with a black leather jacket, black varsity jacket, anything, any black overcoat of any kind. You could make this hoodie pop really, really well, because then the attention would be drawn to the black detailing matching with your black outwear. It'd be a sweet, easy piece to wear. Just go down to your local, you know, op shop, buy a vintage leather jacket that's black, chuck it over the top of this hoodie. Done, dusted. You got a pretty easy kit to wear. Wear it with some black chinos. Done. There is a sick streetwear outfit done for you. Tag me on Instagram. I know you're gonna post it on Instagram. But yeah, nah, I'm telling you, you could do an easy, you know, outfit like that. For me though, I don't think I would buy this hoodie to do that kind of, you know, that kind of outfit, because I've already got hoodies that can very easily fit that criteria. I've got heaps of hoodies that could do that already. So the Nerm and Germ tree camo hoodie, it's gonna be a miss from me. I don't think I'm gonna pick that one up. Moving on to the one more tab hoodie. Oh no, it's gonna be Nerm doing LSD. I already know it. I already know it from just the name of the hoodie. Let's have a look at the graphics. See, I called it. Bloody Nerm. Look at him. Okay, so rip and dip done in a, I would say a bone styled hex, maybe. And I mean, you could argue it's LSD styled because it's wavy and stuff like that, but whatever. Mushrooms on the side, weird green hills. I don't know what he's doing there. He's got an LSD tab on his tongue. You know, come on. Drug culture is very embedded with skate culture. It's no surprise that a skating brand will have references to drug culture in its release. I'm very surprised that Supreme doesn't do, and Palace doesn't do, more drug references in their collections, because they are major skating brands. I feel like they've kind of lost their edgy touch over the years. I feel like brands like Rip and Dip are the only ones that are really doing how I envision skating brands are, which is, you know, edgy, against the norm. We're willing to push boundaries. I feel like Rip and Dip is one of the few brands that still are willing to do that and release collections where this is the case. This is just great evidence that this is the case. That they're doing, literally, they're releasing a hoodie on their store with Nerm, their iconic brand mascot, doing LSD. Name one other brand where they have their mascot doing LSD. You can't name many, can you? Exactly. That's what I really like about them. So, on the on the left breast, we have Rip and Dip with an LSD tab there, and some magic mushies down the arms. Interesting how the magic mushies are only on the right arm and the tab is only on the left breast. I would have personally liked the magic mushrooms to be on both arms, but I'm not a Rip and Dip designer, so I don't get my way. But either way, this is actually a pretty steezy hoodie. I like the graphics. The overall art style matches all the way around with this like cell shaded black around everything. The sage color, like this like light bone green, like essentially if you mix like bone white with a tint of mint, that's what this color looks like. It's alright. It's alright. I don't mind it too much. I would consider picking this up purely just for like its edginess. The graphics are really sick. I think this is really cool. I think Rip and Dip has really nailed it with this hoodie here. I know that I'm diving into these hoodies and pieces so much more than I probably should be, but I like to talk about them. So sorry for all you guys watching. This is probably going to be like an hour-long video. Look at all these pieces we're going to cover. Look at all these pieces. This is going to be a long video, but I'm going to love talking about it on the channel with you guys. So, the next one we got is Hash Bros hoodie, Heather Gray. It looks very purple tinted to me from these photos, but as soon as I click on the model, it looks very gray. I don't know why these images here come off as like more purpley, but as soon as I see it on the model, it is exactly what it says, Heather Gray. So I don't know why that's the case. Anyway, so we've got Old Mate, Nerm, and Germ, Smoking a Doob, Rip and Dip over the top of them. Some interesting graphics down the bottom. I honestly would have preferred it if they cut those graphics out, just kept the Rip and Dip and the Hash Bros here. I like it that the graphics put down the sides of the arms, but honestly I feel like it's a bit too heavy now on the front, and they kind of could have just done without these ones down here. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I feel like just this graphic here and here is enough. I think they've gone a little bit too crazy the graphics all over here. That's just how I feel though. Maybe you disagree, but yeah, no, it's a little bit too graphic heavy for me here. Kind of would have liked it toned down. Still a super cool piece. If it is, as it says, Heather Gray, and it is like this and not like this, then I'd be slightly on board with this one, but I feel like they just need to remove those graphics and then I'm instantly sold, 100%. But it is a very cool piece. Maybe not so much for me though. Maybe I might skip out on that one. Let's move on to the Ignite hoodie black. This looks like a steezy hoodie. This is obviously the Ignite graphic that we saw earlier on the Sherpa jacket. We'll scroll back down to the hoodie though. Okay, so the flame graphic on the back, the Ignite graphic on the back, flames on the hood. I actually have to praise Rip and Dip for doing flames or graphics on the hood. The only hoodie that I own that has graphics on the side of the hood is the Supreme Thrasher, I want to say 2017 collaboration. The one that's like, oh my god, my boyfriend can't skate. That hoodie there, that is the only hoodie that I have that has graphics on the hood. I think more brands need to do that. I think more brands need to incorporate the hood into the design of the hoodie and put more graphics on the hoods. I'm glad to see Rip and Dip is not shying away from that and is putting flames on here because it's the Ignite hoodie. Very nice, very nice. Got to give Rip and Dip some props for that. I like the Rip and Dip text down the side of the arms. It's good to see that it's on both arms. The graphic, the Ignite graphic, I'm a big fan of that graphic. It looks sick on the back of it. I would pick up this hoodie. This hoodie is very nice. I know I was complaining about it in the previous video, the Kith video. I was like, man, I have too many black hoodies. Literally, as soon as I go to the Rip and Dip spring collection, I see a black hoodie. I'm like, bro, this is amazing. And someone needs to stop me, man. I got too many black hoodies. But yeah, this is a steezy piece. I'm surprised that not more sizes are sold out in this one. It's interesting that only medium is sold out on their online store because I think this graphic is really sick, man. Interesting that a lot of their hoodies have silver tipped drawstrings, and this one has not got silver tipped or like metal tipped drawstrings. I'm a fan of metal tipped drawstrings because then the drawstrings don't fray, because as soon as you get fraying drawstrings, it just starts to look a little bit whack. You know, it just starts to look a little bit weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one feeling that, but yeah, I don't know. I know I'm being very, very picky. I know I'm being very, very picky, but I feel like you put silver metal tips on those drawstrings, I'd buy it right now. I'll put myself in debt and buy it right now. Like that would be a selling point. I'm telling you. But yeah, the graphics and everything, just to sum up this hoodie, very, very nice. I'm a fan. Let's move on to the next one though. Don't want to get stuck on the Ignite one. Oh boy. Catch 'em all hoodie 10. Oh no, they've done a Pikachu one. Okay, let's dive into this. So. They've got the Rip and Dip text stylized in the Pokemon text. On the back, they've got a Rip and Dip Pikachu. Kind of weird because Pikachu, I think from memory, is actually a mouse. And Rip and Dip is a cat, so to have them combined together, Weird, wacky, interesting. We click on the back graphic there. Come on. If it was Nerm, what else would we expect him to be doing? He's given us the middle finger. There's electricity graphics coming off of it. It's got rip and dip and the Pokemon text down below. Steezy. I love it. I love it. The use of the tan color, very unique color. Not a lot of hoodies get done in tan colors these days. I think it complements the colors that they used for the graphics. You know, the iconic Pokemon text. Even just the graphic on the back. I think it all gets complemented with the tan color. I'd pick this one up, man. I would pick this one up. Even if I was wearing like a black leather jacket over the top of this and all I had was rip and dip and the Pokemon text on the front showing. That's all I need showing, man. It's sick. It's awesome. I love it. I'd pick this one up. This would be a cop from me. This is why I'm not allowed to have money, because I just spent like $2 grand on rip and dip. Okay, so confiscated hoodie, hunter green. Let's dive into it. God, we've got so many pieces, guys. God, I hope you're all sitting comfortably with a bag of popcorn or something, because this one's gonna take a while. This one's gonna take a while. Let's dive into it though. So, not a lot of images for this one, only 2. We've got a cop on the front, what looks like confiscating some nugs, some nuggies, confiscating some little weed nuggies, you know. Very big police officer. I think it's directly referencing Chief Wiggum from The Simpsons, because look at that shape. Tell me this shape is not Police Wiggum shape. You know what I mean? Look, and even look at the outfit. The outfit is very Chief Wiggum inspired, I gotta say. It's got rip and dip done in this yellow font down the side, very Simpson-esque. So I think it is actually referencing The Simpsons there. Even the background with the light pink, the light blue is very Simpson art style-y. I gotta say, yeah. It's a cool hoodie. Kind of wish the graphic was just a little bit bigger. Maybe like 15% bigger. Just make it a little bit bigger. I would be cool with that. It's a little bit too small for my liking. I kind of would have liked a little bit bigger. But apart from that, that's steezy, man. I'd pick up the confiscated hoodie. I'd pick up the confiscated hoodie. I'm going to come out and say it. I would pick this one up. That's all we need to say about it. Moving on. My God, we got so much to cover. This is why I don't do full collection videos that often, guys. There's just so much to cover. Okay, so the Mind Blown hoodie in white. White, you say? Well. I like it. I like it. Let's dive into it. Let's look at the graphic on the back. So we've got rip and dip giving us the finger twice, as expected. Head exploding out with a nuclear mushroom with rip and dip over the top of it. Pretty cool graphic. I like it how he's melting from what I assume is the radiation exploding out of his head. But what I really like is the actual graphic on the front. The text style of rip and dip done on the front, I think that's really, really well done. Just having like this on the front. Look at this. This is steezy just by itself. And then as a little added extra, as a little bit of salt on your wonderful dish, you get a little graphic on the back as well. I like it. I like it. And I like that the graphic is done in a black border, so it really stands out on top of the white hoodie. It's nice, man. I'd pick something like this up. I told you, this is why I'm not allowed to have money. This is why I'm constantly just going to be broke, because I'm not allowed to have money. I just buy rip and dip hoodies. I'd buy bloody clothing left, right, and center. Yeah, this is why. But this is a steezy piece. I like this piece. I rate it. I rate it. Moving on, we've got the Nermio hoodie. Obviously, with the graphic there, it's meant to be mimicking Mario, guys. They love doing pop culture and video game characters. Let's have a look. So, on the front, rip and dip done in the Mario styled font. Nerm on the back, flying like Mario does on... Oh, God. I can't remember the cover. I can't remember which Mario game it is, but I know that that's an iconic one. Surprisingly, he's not doing the middle finger to us, actually. I kind of thought that he'd be flying and then also doing the middle fingers to us while flying. I don't know. That's just kind of what I was thinking. The graphic is very cool. It is very well done. I like it that they have N for Nerm on the hat. Interesting that his overalls are being held together by buckles that have the middle finger up on it. I tell you, the Rip and Dip design team is thinking above and beyond. They're like, where can we include the middle finger on our pieces? Going to as far as putting buckles on their overalls on Nermio here. Ridiculous. I like this as well, that the characters are done in a Rip and Dip styled art style on the side of the arms here. Very cool, very cool. I like that it's just kept to the arms as well. I rate this piece. This is a cool piece, maybe because it's a black hoodie, and as soon as I see a black hoodie, I'm like, oh, got a cop. But yeah, this is a nice piece. I like the graphic on the back, very cool. Not a lot of people will get it, but it's a nice piece. It's a nice one. Oh, goddamn. Okay, so now we're moving on to the shorts. Honestly, not to waste too much of our time, because I'm just probably going to say the same thing about the shorts. All of these shorts, looking at all of them here, I'd wear them if I'm going swimming. I'd wear them if I'm going to the beach. Actually, just real quick, what's the biggest size that they actually go to? 36! Okay, well, I'm definitely not fitting into these. Yep, that's a no. This one's really cool though because it's stone washed. We just got to talk about this one really quick. I like this one because it is like stone washed. It looks like it's already been worn. I vibe with that. I feel that. I love the flames. I love Nerm just coming out of the flames. That's sick. But to sum it all up, these shorts, I'd wear them going to the beach, you know, going to the beach with a bunch of my mates. You always got to wear some crazy board shorts, some crazy swimming trunks. This is where it's at. I would wear these. I would wear these. These wouldn't be incorporated in everyday outfits. I'd wear these to the beach. I might do a similar thing for the shirts and stuff as well, guys. Not to like wrap up the video quickly, but it's more like these pieces I'm not feeling as much. I'm not a long sleeve tee guy, so all of these long sleeve tees, I feel like I'm going to be wasting your time if I go into each of them individually and say, I don't like them because of this, I don't like them because of that. But yeah, we'll get to the long sleeve tees once I cover these few pieces here as well. The pants, I've expressed it a lot of times on the channel before. I'm a basic pants guy. I'm a basic pants dude. I wear simple colored chinos, Levi's 501s. I'm not a huge fan of going wacky, of going super crazy with graphic pants. Some of you may be feeling that. Some of you might actually just like think that graphic pants are the best thing ever made. That's totally fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. Let me know in that comment section below if you feel that way. But it's just, these pants are a little bit too crazy for me. I would just wear black chinos, something like that, you know, something like that. I just really feel like that would be the way to go for me, for my aesthetic. But let me know in the comment section below if you're more that thing. The peak are normal sweatshorts black. We should mention these a little bit quite quickly because these are a little bit different. The iconic Nerm in the pocket, pull down the pocket, he's giving you the middle finger. See, he's chilling there, you don't know he's giving you the middle finger, then you pull the pocket down and bam, you get hit with it. This one's a clean pair of shorts. This would be more something that I would wear. Something that's just super basic, not really like hugely graphic heavy. You know, this is definitely more my thing. I would consider picking something like this up. If I dropped a few kilos, I could fit into a 36 extra large. They might need to do a 38 2XL, then I could fit into it. I'm a 38 40, so 36. Oh, I might have to skip out on 2 meals a day for a month until I can fit into a 36. Yeah, nah. Okay, moving on. Sweatpants. If you're wearing sweats, they're champion sweats for me. I'm a champion sweats guy. I don't think I would pay 115 bucks to pick up some rip and dip ones. I'm sorry. Sweats stay in the house as well. Can I just say I do not wear sweats outside unless they're like graphic ones. They're ones that work with outfits. Sweats, you stay in, especially gray sweats. You do not wear gray sweats outside the house. Keep gray sweats inside your house. Put on something tighter, something nicer when you're heading outside. Jeans, chinos, that type of vibe. I just can't wear sweats outside, man. It looks like you just woke up from bed, chucked on some other clothing, and went outside to go buy your smokes at your local, you know, grocery store or whatever, you know? Like, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right, so it's just not for me. I just can't do grey sweats. I'm sorry. We'll move on to the long sleeve tees. I'll just pick some highlight ones out of this one. The banana one's really cool. The light blue one's really cool. What else can I pick out that I think is actually really... I mean, that's just a classic. Again, We've seen the mind blown in the Nermio ones on the hoodies. I personally think they're better on the hoodies. Let's talk about the banana one though, the banana colored one. Awesome LSD inspired like graphics on here. Nerm's mouth there, graphics on the side. Nerm licking Nerm ice cream on the back. It's cool, I like it, but long sleeves not for me. As you can see, short sleeve tee kind of guy. I think long sleeves are reserved for like hoodies, sweaters, just like, you know, second layer stuff. I wouldn't wear long sleeve tees. I'm kind of shifting away from that. I haven't worn a long sleeve tee in months, man. It has been months since I've worn a long sleeve tee. I like this one. I like this one. This Nerm one, it's kind of depressing. You know, same shit, different day. Depressing, but I like it. I like the graphic on it. Man, he looks so sad in this graphic. Man, maybe I need to exit off this one. It's too depressing, man. I like it. The use of the light blue is a really nice color. It's good to see that the model is actually a female, because traditionally I would see a brand, once they do light blue, they're like, we got to get a male model in to showcase the light blue because it's the boys color. Nice to see that they've got what looks like a woman showcasing it. I mean, I assume it's a woman. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I'm going long hair. It's got to be a woman, right? But yeah, nah, it's good to see that. It's a cool long sleeve. If this was on a hoodie, I mean, it wasn't it? It was on a piece beforehand, wasn't it? Or was it a jacket? I honestly can't remember. I already lost track of like what was on what pieces and stuff. I can't be bothered finding it. It was there before. I think it might have been a hoodie. But the light blue is a nice color. I'd consider picking this up if it was on an outwear piece. I don't feel it on the long sleeve tee. So we'll skip past the rest of the long sleeves. They're all kind of like the basic necessities that Rip and Dip has. You know, Rip and Dip down the arms, Rip and Dip in a pocket. We've all seen that before. I don't think that's something that we really need to mention. The short sleeve tees. Again, I'm a basic kind of tee guy. I don't want to waste your guys' time by just going over each individual tee and being like, this sucks because it's got a graphic on it. I don't want to waste your time on that. We'll pick out some highlights. So I personally think this one's kind of cool. This one, and yeah, we'll go the Nerm Hog one. So I'll showcase these three to you guys. So we have the Bob Ross painting a Nerm mountain with, of course, the middle finger being given to us. I'm pretty sure we can zoom. Can we zoom in on that? There we go. See, he's got an extra mountain in front of him, which is a middle finger. They're always going to put up the middle finger to us. Come on, this is Rip and Dip. It's got Rip and Dip done in a paintbrush over the chest. The banana color, that's going to be really bright. And I'm a fan of bright colors, but this is like going to be like super bright. So I don't think I'd pick this up because of the banana color, but I like the graphic on it. The graphic is very cool. We've got a Nerm smoking a pipe. Looks like a blind Nerm. Cool cat tee. I like that. I like the name of it. It's a very simple little tee. I would wear this. It's nicely colored. The artwork really stands out. This is kind of steezy. I'd pick this one up. I would pick this one up. We've got the Nerm Hog one showcased to us on a hoodie. I like the front graphic though, how it's him speeding really quick. I mean, Sonic's the name, speed's the game. Or in this case, Nerm Hog's the name. I like the graphic on the back. I really like that hoodie is really funny. I really like the hoodie. It's perfectly timed as well. Like they definitely designed these pieces knowing that Sonic the Hedgehog the movie was coming out and they had to release it around the same time as the film. They definitely were thinking about that. Moving into the caps. I am a fan of caps and bucket hats, but I have not been wearing them a lot. I haven't been wearing a lot of hats on the channel recently, actually. It's kind of been kind of lacking, haven't I? I've been kind of lacking. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll dive into it. So I think that the Ignite, I mean, it's called the Expressions Dad hat, but it's got the Ignite graphic on it. The Nerm bucket hat and the Nerm ribbed beanie are where it's at. I like the graphics embroidered on the front here, and I like the flames, or at least the flame styled. It's more electricity, actually, more electricity. The red electricity styled embroidered text on the back. Dad caps I think are really good. It's just that I have a fat ass head, so it's hard to get caps that fit me most of the time. So it's hard. It's hard, man. Big fat head game over here, man. That's why you don't see me wearing too many hats and stuff. Too big of a head. Too big brained. We've got the Nerm bucket hat. It's a staple, you know, giving us the finger, you pull down the little rib here, and then bam, you get given the middle finger. It's a classic. It's a classic. Same with the ribbed beanie. You know, you got the ribbed beanie. It looks like it's been worn a little bit with little patches there and there. And then you pull down the rib part and you get given the middle finger. It's steezy. I mean, for 48 Australian dollars, how can you complain about that? How can you complain about this beanie? I personally think that's really cool. Socks. I'm a basic sock guy. Don't want to waste your guys' time with me dragging on about, oh, this sock sucks because it's got color. This sock sucks because it's got color. Guess what? This sock, it sucks. It's got too much color. I don't want to waste your time doing that. So I'm just going to skip over the socks. I'm not feeling them. I wouldn't wear them. They're not going to be big enough for like me to fit in them. Like, look, what's the biggest size they come in? They don't even come in a size. So if I was to wear this NERM would be super stretched out because of my big ass feet. So I'm not going to be able to wear this. I'm just going to skip out on it, man. It's going to be a miss from me on that one. Same with the smaller sockets. Not feeling them as much. We have some banners. We've got the mind-blowing graphic on a banner here. We've got a Lord Normal phone D-ring. I like this. I like that the brand is innovating and applying it to modern day phones. Obviously you slap this on the back of your phone and then it allows you to like put your finger through the ring and then safely hold onto your phone. It's very cool. It allows you to pick up your phone very easily as well. I love it how like he's got his back legs up and where you're pulling on it is where his genitals are. Bit of a laugh. You know, come on, it's a skating brand. They're gonna do something like this. It's crazy. I love it. I wouldn't pick it up though, because come on, like I already got a phone case. I don't need something like this. But I know there'd be a lot of people out there that would be super keen on this kind of stuff. So I think that's really cool. For 28 Australian dollars, you can't complain about that. That's pretty steezy. That's a pretty good price. We've got some banners. I don't think I'd go for the banners. We've got a Lord NERM stress ball. I actually like this stress ball. I think it's kind of a bit of a laugh. It's got NERM. Obviously, you squeeze him. You got rip and dip at the back. You squeeze him. He compresses. It's a cool little accessory. It's a cool little accessory. And then we've got finally the Lord NERM beach chair white. Have NERM looking at your butt. Look, he's looking down. He's looking at where your butt's gonna be. There we go. Comes in a rip and dip bag as well. That's kind of cool. I like it. It's a very funny little piece. It's very rip and dip. It's very rip and dip. It's cheeky, you know. It's suggestive that he's going to be looking at your butt when you're sitting down there. It's very cheeky. But whew, oh my god, we got a second page. Oh my god, let's dive into the second page. Oh my god. Okay, only a few more pieces. I'm so sorry for everyone watching. This is basically going to be an hour-long video. Oh my god, they dropped so much more. Bruh. My god, look at all this. Okay, well, we'll pick some highlights. We'll talk about some highlights. They got shower curtains. They have umbrellas. They have condoms. They got a stress boob. Goddamn stress boob. They got wrapping paper. Yo, I would pick up some rip and dip wrapping paper. I would wrap someone's presents up in some wrapping paper. I'd pick the purple one, man. That's crazy. They got some air fresheners with, you know, NERM, you know, taking a dump and all that. Of course. A couple pins. Interesting that they're charging 20 bucks a pin and not doing like a pack, but rip and dip, you do rip and dip, you do you. They've got tape as well. I think that tape could be really cool. You know, tape your board, put the tape on everywhere. I reckon that could be really cool. Depends on how long it is. You might have to be a little bit sparing with it, but I think that's really cool. Some pins, a bunch of slides that you can all go for. Some tote bags. I think that's a really sick, steezy tote bag to go with it. And you got some keychains, a bouncy ball, and a notebook. That's actually really cool as well. I like the notebook. Well, I know I skipped over essentially the second page like straight away, but there's not much here that I'm like super keen on, super after, so I'm gonna have to leave it at that. Page 1 was definitely my favorite page with all... Oh, can I go back? I can't go back. Okay. Page 1 was definitely my favorite. I liked a bunch of the pieces here. Not a lot of it was screaming out to me straight away, but I would have to say my favorite piece is probably going to be either the reflective 3M hoodie or the Ignite hoodie. I think the Ignite hoodie is probably one of my favorites. Classic me, black hoodie is where it's at, what I like. I can't believe that like that's the case. But oh, and I also did like the Moonlight Bliss hoodie. That was very funny. I like the graphic on it. That was very funny. And whew, that is it. I've been talking for an hour straight. Oh my god. Jesus, you guys must be so bored. Holy crap, that is insane. That has been drop one, or at least the first half of the Rip and Dip Spring Summer collection. Let me know which is your favorite piece down in the comment section below, guys. Let me know. Are you going to be picking any of this up? Are you a fan of Rip and Dip? Is it like definitely your grind? Is it a miss for you? Are you not a fan of Rip and Dip? Why aren't you a fan of Rip and Dip? Come on, man. It's a sweet ass skating brand. Either way, let me know all your thoughts and opinions either on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, or, as always, in the comment section below. I'm burnt out already. I've got so many more videos to do, but I'm glad that we got this one out of the way. I'm glad that I was able to do this one for you today, guys. There we go. That has been the spring part, or drop one, of Rip and Dip's Spring Summer collection. I think that's how it works. Again, I'm a little bit confused by it. Is it like drop one of the spring section and then there's going to be drop two? Or is this the first half, like this is the spring half, and then they're going to do the summer half? I think it's that. I think this is the spring half, and then they're going to do the summer half a little bit later. That's what I think. Let me know what your favorite pieces are. That Ignite hoodie. I'm going to have to come back to the Sherpa jacket sometime. I'm a little bit hit or miss, but the graphic is super steezy. But would I wear a Sherpa jacket? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comment section below. We've got a lot to cover, guys. I know the collection's really out, but I thought I had to cover it. I love Rip and Dip. I wanted to talk about it on the channel. You guys seem to love it, or as I said, it might have just been Teddy Fresh. Might not be wanting to give any love to Rip and Dip. You're just like, yeah, I like Teddy Fresh, and Daniel did a video about it with Rip and Dip, so I might as well look at it. But anyway, I wanted to give some Rip and Dip some more love. They're an awesome skating brand. I love Nerm. They're, you know, the mascot, the cat. It's sick. They're, you know, the art style is always hilarious. I really love what they do. They're really good. My local skate shop actually stocks some of their stuff, so I might have to go down and check it out. But Rip and Dip's sick. I'll link it down in the description section below for you guys to check it out. But it was a hilarious collection, bunch of cool and wacky pieces. Some of it a little bit too wacky for me, but some of them that like nice level of wackiness where I'm like, yeah, I could wear that. I could wear that. That's pretty easy. But anyway, as I said, let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the comment section below. That has been the Rip and Dip Spring collection of 2020. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to cover more Rip and Dip. I will definitely be always willing to be down to cover whatever you guys want me to cover. Just let me know in that comment section below. That has been the spring part of the Spring Summer collection of 2020 for Rip and Dip. So until the next streetwear video, guys, until the next sneaker video, until the next Spring Summer video, because we're still gonna do the summer part of it, I'll catch you later.